let's fast forward to what's been happening in the world more recently. So COVID, right? From February, March of 2020, for a lot of people in the world, right, really started to have an impact in a very challenging way. You are the queen of reinvention, right? As the magazine called you. Did you have to reinvent anything in how you operate as a consultant, as an advisor, in running your business? Any reinvention that happened, and if so, what did that look like?
A lot of reinvention happened, but I have to tell you, the start of my year was very different from what you can imagine. So we have two big arms of our business. We have a traditional, very high-end consulting. So we are working in partnership with McKinsey and Deloitte and Boston Consulting Group, and we are competitive in prices with them. So we are very comfortable in our consulting niche. And then we have education, where we do virtual courses, mostly sometimes face-to-face education. And our educational branch was struggling because we were selling reinvention, which is very preventative. It's very proactive approach to disruption. And everyone would say, it's unnecessary. Look, the economy is great. There is no disruption. What in the heck are you talking about? So in February, exactly 1 year ago, right before COVID started really freezing the Western world, we had a big course launch happening, and we lost so much money on that launch because the investment didn't pay off in terms of all the ads we were running. We had a good course, we had a good number of students, but it didn't recoup. There was no return on investment. We were actually in the minus. So in February, I was this pretty sad person because I'm like, okay, the consulting business is great, but the education, we're doing something wrong. I need to rethink what's going on. March 2020, exactly 1 month later, we went into overdrive with requests. We did a lot of pro bono events because people were just really losing their livelihood and everything. And then by May, we already had paid programs, and we were just calculating this number. So I will ask for permission just to check very quickly. But I think we are at around 500 growth in our business in 1 year because
growth.
500%, 400 something. So okay. I want to find where that number is, but we're just about 500, 480 something percent growth.
So that's the education with a huge loss of the business.
Of a business, yeah. We started with a huge loss and we end up with a huge gain, specifically because our specialty is how do you deal with disruption in a moment and how do you prepare for the next one? And if before 2020, nobody could believe us that disruptions will come again and again. Mm-hmm. I think now everyone is in this. Of course, it's obvious it's not going to be the new normal. It's going to be constant evolution and constant disruption. So we need to learn how to live in it. And this was a turnaround. So we had to reinvent. We had to grow the team. We had to put out tons of new products we've never done. We had to speak in 2 languages. Suddenly we had to go to a few markets and learn how to speak a few languages, translate our products in different languages. So that was an interesting journey. But if you were to ask me a year ago, I would be in tears and saying, I'm a failure. I don't know what I'm doing and so on.